6 minutes late. Yeah, no, I've had a rough time, but I'm not gonna lie on that. Yeah, it's COVID. This is my crunch time as well. It's basically just all combined together to make one just nasty mess of things. Sorry for glancing off screen, but I'm just trying. Stats are up too. I know that everything is still streaming A-okay. Anyway. So yes, I've had a rough time of it. Just, just the usual work stuff. And unfortunately, I was hoping for a little bit of luck to sort of go my way. Ironically, it looks like all the luck has gone the opposite way. Made things a lot tougher for me, which really was both a ton of extra work for me, and also just sort of a kick in the pants emotionally, Expecting something to go right, and nothing really did. So I have been down. I have not been able to do very much over the past little bit, as you've probably noticed from the fact that I really haven't been doing much Minecraft streaming lately. That's okay. I think the worst of it is just about over now. And I mean, I've still got a ton of work left on my plate, but the path is clear. I've tried to flush as much of the angst out of my system and all that as I can. And so now I think okay. For the moment, I'm doing okay. But, I've tried this before. It's a bit of a cycle up and down. We shall see. Anyway, enough excuses. You're here to watch some Stardew Valley being played, and I'm here to play a little bit of Stardew Valley. I mean, why exactly would I not? Yep. Why exactly would I not be interested in this game? It sounds like it's a really awesome game, quite frankly. I did do a little bit of pre-check, obviously, to make sure that everything was working fine. But, oh, wait. Streaming? Yeah, I did a little bit of pre-work just to make sure everything worked fine. But, yeah, we should be good to go. So that I might as well just start up a new game. Alright. Classic 3/4 view, I think. Farm name. Oh boy. What am I going to name this farm now? Useful. Well, chocolate. I mean, no hesitation there, quite frankly. Gotta be a cat. What type of cat? Do I go with something orange? Gray? For the gray, quite frankly. Alright, eye color. Something like that, maybe. Husband fan of the green eyes. Hair color, I guess my own is fairly dark. Something like that. Kind of a bit more, actually. It's always like something a bit fancy, frankly. Go with what do I got for orange? Something like that. I'm fairly pale. What do I want for a hairstyle? I'm fairly close. Like that, I guess. Ooh, I got choices of shirts. Really not a fan of accessories overall. Random. Okay. Now, what sort of spot do I want? Standard farm. Honestly, I mean, I'm a beginner. I should probably be doing something fairly basic when it comes to farming. But I gotta admit, rocky terrain and winding rivers. Why not? Let's give it a shot. Time to immerse ourselves in this world. For my very special granddaughter. Have to click for it to get out. I want you to have this sealed envelope. Presumably this is a dying grandfather of some sort. Gotta cut this. No, no, don't open it yet. Have patience. Handing it to a kid. I mean, come on. Now listen close. There'll come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of hard life. Really? Really? No, that can't possibly ever happen in real life. Come on. And your bright spirit will fade before growing emptiness. Okay, this is a really good pick, quite frankly. When that happens, my dear, you'll be ready for this gift. Now, let Grandpa rest. Double X years later. Jojo. That's the proper rat race with cubicles and everything. Why is the guy licking his lips? That is so weird. That presumably is me right there. Oh look, it's a vague sort of Amazon-y kind of thing. Rock surprise. What am I gonna do? Take the envelope. If you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. Same thing happened to me long ago. I lost sight of what mattered most in life. Real connections with other people in nature. Okay, I'm halfway with you there, but... So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place. My pride and joy, lazy... It's supposed to be a U. Lazy V farm, I guess. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. It's the perfect place to start your new life. This is my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. Know you'll honor the family name, my dear. Good luck. Love, Grandpa. Yes, it's Lewis is still alive. Say hi to the old guy for me, though. Okay. Hi. So much wrong with this. I mean, okay, this is a nice game. You know, don't get me wrong if I'm gonna critique it. This is purely from a place of like, hey, this is pretty nice and all that, but I wanted to do better. And I mean, one thing that just sort of astounds me is you start off with the rat race, and rather than be like, hey, let's try and fix the rat race or anything like that. Oh, that's Robin. Hello, you must be HJ. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. Oh, Lewis, huh? He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here, if you'll follow me. Lazy U farm. Oh no. Matter. Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath that mess. A little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. And here we are, your new home. I take it as Lewis. Ah, the new farmer. Welcome, I'm Lewis, Mayor of Pelican Town. You know, everyone's been asking about you. Not a good way. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal. So you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. I noticed the character's actually breathing. It's an interesting touch. It's a good house. Very rustic. I don't know what that means. Something gonna fall off, just Yeah, thank you, Robin, for making that joke. Rustic? That's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt, though. Don't listen to her, HJ. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so you buy one of her house upgrades. All done, I guess. Anyway, you must be tired from your long journey. You should get some rest. Or you have to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. Townspeople would appreciate that. I almost forgot, if you have anything to sell, just place it in this bin here. Come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. Dawn on the first day. I guess that means I should get this thing cracking. Oh, did I just... Am I doing in bed? Great character. Alright, now, where is configuration here? Journal... speed? Oh, here we go. Options. Autorun, show portraits. Let's do this. I've heard it's actually fairly good for beginners and such. Pad mode, items still off. Now menus. That's fine, although maybe I'll turn down the music a bit. Good as it is. Not the ambient bit. Put it borderless. Perfect. Sync. Backgrounds. Lock to. Oh, zoom buttons actually would be nice. High quality lighting. Probably zoom in a little bit. Yeah. Fancy. I don't care about hardware cursor. Okay. Or scroll direction. Check, do action, right click or X. Let me change that up. How about that? Okay. Come on. This journal, let's go here. Up. Oh, here we go. Move up. Oh no, left. What's that key in use for? Dang it. Okay. Ooh, and I want... In use for... Box... Something like that. Emote menu... On left shift. Where slots are all fine. Alright. Oh, I bet you that's what it is. Menu. And now for move down, I'll change it. There we go. That should be good with my setup. And obviously we'll figure out over time. Okay, there we go. What is this? A small crystal. Don't mind if I do. Alright. One source for weather news and entertainment, and now the weather forecast. Going to be clear and sunny. You know? Off the land. We're back again with another tip for y'all. Now listen up. This one's for all you greenhorns out there. Chop wood and search for wild forage to earn some cash while waiting for your first harvest. Ooh. Oh, nice. Got me a little fire. The telephone? Not working right now. Present. And parsnip seeds. Okay. Alright, well. Goal here is to get clearings, so I got scythe here. some stuff. Use a little bit more of the mouse in this case. Ooh, fiber. Alright. Off in here. Oh. A bit of wood. Grab me some stone or not. It'll make a decent start, but we need access to water. It's going to be a bit of a problem here. Where are my nearest water sources? Fiber. Definitely help keep me regular. Something with big problems with. Oh, what is this? Okay, here's a river. Okay, I gotta go get over here to get water. Means then, I guess, I'm gonna have to clear some path in here and there. Not doing much of anything. See, it's not good. Pull up my axe. Alright. I guess actually just walking down through here is a decent path in and of itself. I clear this. Probably not with this tool. Okay, well, focus on this then. X. My inventory looking like? Solid overall. Place in second. Probably focus on gathering up some wood. Axe. Smart. Let's maybe go this way. Because I don't want it to necessarily fall in. Yeah, see how it sort of scatters everything about? Might have actually scattered some of that precious wood off into the water there. That's not working. Oh wait, I forgot to get rid of the stump. Little froggy. What am I doing for energy? Still seem to be doing okay. Oh, getting started. Okay. Okay, so there's a north exit here. Where's my map? Map, here we go. Okay, it definitely implies there's something up there. Don't tell me what, though. Oh, wait, hang on. Look at the wrong spot. This is my path through here. So I go through the backwoods towards something. Carpenter shop. Main town. Bus stop. Backwoods. Main town is sort of right over here, I guess. Art. Secret spot. Nothing to explore. Oh, that's my back route. What route? The mines, huh? A fish shop. Interesting, and there's a south exit too. Alright, good to keep in mind. Now, I think I'm gonna need some sort of storage here. How do I craft myself some storage? Probably stash it, I think right around here, perhaps. Oh no, you're good, thank you. Crafting, here we go. Yeah, let's... oh. Nice, okay. I guess I'll have to replace it. It's okay. Watch this. I'm gonna lay you down. Now, stash some of the stuff. So smoke crystal, don't need right now. Fiber, handy, not needing. Stone. Ooh. A good old purpley one on it. Alright, seeds I'll probably keep. Yeah, I mean, mixed seeds are interesting, but parsnip is probably more for what I'm looking for. Thank you. Pretty fine, I'd say. Alright. Wood. Interesting. Oh, okay. Practice with this. I want to see if I can get some water. Yep, good, okay. I can get some water from there. So this is actually a viable spot for crops. Oh. Breaking. Oh. If this is a good spot for crops, maybe I should move this a little bit closer. Yeah. Tell you what, you just sit there for now. I'll come back and probably earn enough to get like a second chest. And then work on that. Yeah, I mean, I'm already at 36 woods. Right. Get rid of some of that. Well, just about done in terms of that. So, let's get a little bit of tilling action going. Can't do that. Okay. Running low on energy, huh? How am I gonna get that back now? I know that sometimes you can actually get additional food. Various things, but... Alright. I guess for now we're just gonna try and push through it. 6 left, though. Can I do it? One last one. Okay. Alright. Wow. Oof. Well, I had a penalty in this game for going too hard on yourself. What? Did I just faint? I must have. Holy cow. Hey, no. You go there, please. Going to rain all day tomorrow. Well, that's good, actually. Use that to explore the harvest and such. Oh, what exactly are? Oh, I've got some there. Backpack is full. Here's get you covered. Oh, backpack. Interesting. Oh dear. My exertion's still only halfway. That's... Thanks. Dash that. Would have almost got enough for another chest. Fiber. Stones. Okay. That's just a bit of furniture. I don't want to sell it. I suppose I could get a little bit of extra money by selling off a little bit of fiber, I guess, because I've got a fair bit of it. The thing is, it's so easy to get. I can use a bunch of things from farming for... Well, you have not been watered yet. Alright. Let's water everything. Alright, all of you are properly watered. What else? Oh yeah, I should refill this. Perfect. I don't have much. Huh? Gonna have to buy or sell with, I guess, Robin it was who was doing that. This way as the tree falls. This way. But I suppose I should talk a little bit about my proposed topic for this. I mean, this is a nice game. This is a fun little game and all that. But it does have some very problematic themes. Like as I mentioned before, your work life sucks. But rather than actually do anything to fix your work life, you run away from it. The idea being basically the only choice we've got here is capitalism and nothing else. Or capitalism and whatever this alternative is. The problem is, what exactly is this alternative? I mean, I did do a little bit of, looking online. And one of the things you're actually judged on is how much money you earn. So you're trying to get away from your corporate dead-end job where you're just a complete wage slave. And your solution is to become a slave to stuff? It just doesn't make any sense, quite frankly. Oh yeah, 10:40 a.m. and I'm already tired. This is not too good. Obviously, I'm going to need some sort of fuel supply if I want to figure out if I want to actually do anything useful here. Alright. Let's do a little bit of crafting. Soon. I definitely want a chest again. But I want it this close necessarily. Honestly, yeah, I do. I put this chest where we use. Right here. Perfect. Alright, let's transfer some stuff back and forth. I think once I've gotten things out here, out of this chest, get it out. Not bad, won't interact. Another thing I find really problematic about this game is your solution to your problems is not just to sort of run away. You know, like, capitalism is something unchangeable, you know, and solid. There's no way to actually sort of modify how things work within it. But it's also that your solution is to run away to someone else's land. I mean, it's talking about, you know, we're on the southeast coast. Yeah, quite frankly. It's perfect. I can move this a little bit closer over here. I've got a good halfway point between my home and everything else. Excellent. It's so annoying, though. I wonder if sleeping in my bed will actually get back any rejuvenation or anything. Oh, and I should probably figure out what exactly is in my mail. Oof. Yeah, that's for that 50G. What? Someone else is coming back? Oh. And also at the beach. Alright. Can I regain some stamina by back to bed? Oh god. Oy. Thing though, I'm just so freaking exhausted. Doing everything is going to take a long while. You know what? Where's this town at? Where? There's Marne's Ranch, but I mean, I am moving like a slug right now, so I guess I should just resign to my fate. But anyway, yes, going on about setting and all that. It talks about us being on the southeast coast, and I mean, sort of by the graphics and what's presented, it sort of implies that we're talking the southeast coast of North America or something like that, like, you know, Canada, or more likely the United States, given the biome that's there. Well, I guess this is an alternate path. Fuck by a rock. And, well, that's a bit of a problem, because this is not Terra Nullius. You know, there were actually people living here before me. Well, before my character, I guess I should say. Okay, but is there... I don't necessarily want spirits. I want food. Give me food. Joys of Joja. Yeah, no, not what I'm looking for. Hold on, machine. Thank you. That's... looks like official residences, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, just sell food, though. I mean, there's gotta be something there. There's just some stupid up thing. And that'll get me back to decent speed, I hope. Here... Just some bread, perhaps? You know what? Go for that. A little bit of bread. That'll at least steal me for a bit. I'm at least reasonably fast. Means it's time to go back to the farm. What's this? Ooh. Birthday, huh? Right, so that was have some gold. Yeah, no. Parsnips, no. Starter, no. Be good. Seeds? Tons of grass and such as is. Dog, I thought there was a calendar or something over here. Where's a trellis? I don't know if I have a trellis, quite frankly. Huh. Here's very good, nice food. Throw a little bit of potato seeds in there. Alright, let's talk. There we go. Oh, that's right. News moving into the farm. Cool. Alright. Socialization done. Let's get back. Yes, if we are on the southeast coast of the United States, or even the southeast coast of Canada, that means we displaced some native cultures in order to get here. You know, Grandpa, whoever he was, probably came here in a form of affirmative action. That's sort of what all the thing was. That's sort of what, you know, the Canadian and American governments basically put into place as an affirmative action thing for white people, or at least acceptable people, I guess I should say. What is this? Nice little shrine, thank you very much. But I gotta get back to my clearing. But yeah, this was probably stolen land. And I mean, you might think, dude, seriously? Stolen land? Yes, actually, if you look into the history, it pretty much was straight up stolen land. I mean, let's get back sort of into the history of nations, the relationship with settlers, such as myself, and the First Nations folks that were... Oh, shoot, I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. Anyway, let's do a little bit more planting here. One up. Put in some potatoes. A little water. Perfect. Alright, now what else have I got? A little bit more mixed seeds. Might as well deploy them while I've got the stamina. I'm obviously not too full up on the full history. Please take what I say with a grain of salt here. But I'm most familiar with how things were connected to the First Nations folk. Oh, some coal. Tons of wood. Okay, well, let's take a little bit out. All of it out. Yeah. Try and sell a little bit just to sort of get back a little bit of funds. So the rest, actually, the bread can go over here. Good. Oh wait, I did not finish this up. There we go. I'm probably going to get 5 cents for this wood, but whatever. All of you. I want a little bit of wood here. There we go. There you go. I'll have just a little bit of wood. Actually, maybe some of my sap, too. There we go. Good. Got a decent amount of energy with me. So let's do a little bit more clearing. So yeah, let's go back to sort of the treaty system, because folks from North America just sort of came over, displaced things, and more or less the initial thing was basically, yeah, we're just going to do our own thing, take over what we need. This is unoccupied land, even though there were quite a few First Nations people kicking around. That sort of changed when we sort of realized, okay, fine. Other people are around, we should probably do some sort of recognition that they're there, and blah, blah, blah. And the goal was sort of to get some sort of treaties to bring peace. And, I mean, to some extent, there was a lot of fighting because a lot of these First Nations people had been like, this is our land, what the heck are you interlopers doing here? Quite understandably, you know, somebody comes onto your property, starts mucking around and planting flags on it. I mean, first reaction is going to be, what the frick are you doing here? Get out, please. And get back home by midnight. So there's sort of a desire to set up some sort of treaties, such that we could basically just sort of stop killing one another. That's about it. But how those treaties were set up is a little, yeah. Like, the classic example, actually, is the Métis. The one, basically, I sort of know off the top of my head. Is what happened to the Métis and Saskatchewan. Sorry, the Métis in Manitoba. Way back around the, what would it be, 18-something or others? We're talking mid-1800s or so. Right. Nighttime, yes. Ooh, I can make a field snack. A little bit of gold. Obviously nothing major. It'll help make up for the fact that I had to purchase some food for myself. Make this snack. Field snack. Acorn, maple seed, pine cone. That would be very valuable. That's why. It should be a rainy day. It'll be a good sunny day. Okay. Oh no, I didn't want the weather report. I wanted fortune teller. Oh, nice. Okay. From what I understand, this game, luck means that if I do any mining, I'm gonna be treated exceptionally well. So, let's dash. Oh, wait, I do need a little bit of wood and sap to craft torches. The rest I can get rid of, though. I'm gonna have the bread there as a backup. Oh, what's my torch here? Six should be enough. Okay. Let's see what exactly is in this mining area here. Fiber. Back. Alright. Torch. Yeah. On. Oh. Can see for mining. I guess now might be a time to do a little bit of fishing then. Don't have to tend to my crops, thank goodness. Inventory slot 7, please. Yep. Yeah, this is... Gaming is bad for giving sort of like a good narrative, especially since I'm not sort of used to talking gaming other than just like strict narration of what exactly I'm doing. Okay, so idea down and to the right. Place. Whatever. Oh. I got a bit of narration to do here. Hi there, miss. Heard there's a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet you. I'm still trying to unwind from a month out in the salty seas. Good call, sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Hey, I want you out of my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. Hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. I guess. A bamboo pole. Good water here in the valley, all kinds of fish. What kind of fish? Oh yeah, my shop's back open now, so come by if you need supplies. Also buy anything you catch. Smells that sells. That's my old pappy used to say anyway. Cool, but, I don't want you. I want you. Yeah, obviously I don't have the economic right. I catch anything. That was interesting. There was a bit of a nibble there. Yeah, it's 9:30 in the morning. I've got a lot of time to give up, especially since I don't really have much of anything to plant for crops. Actions for parsnip. Okay. Training rod. Why not? Is it actually gonna teach me anything? I could just wasted $25. Alright. This looks to be a little more interesting than... Admittedly, it's more fun than actual fishing, so... It does have that going for it. Okay, let's scavenge that. Wood... No, it is not. Also... These. Okay, so I guess I could do a bit more scavenging then, huh? Okay. Well, I don't care about him. Them, I guess I should say. Oh. Well, I'm getting a little full with my supplies. I'm trying to figure out how exactly to get off of here. I don't even have room for wood, so... Might as well vamos. Sewer over there, I'm walking through the graveyard. Supposed to be some sort of, like... I don't know what it is. It's, town hall, I guess, or something? Somebody's home. Care for you. Rather than just wander around randomly. Mart. Blacksmith. Community center, okay. North looks like a way to go. I also want to see this blacksmith. Whatever. Oh, kind of blacksmithy. Copper, iron, coal, gold. Oh. Okay. Okay. That's gonna take a while. Boy. I need copper anyway. I just don't. Like, wait a minute, this game sort of is a critique of capitalism. That, you know, the whole driving point for you going out here is, oh, I hate the rat race, I hate building, you know, the whole capitalist system that you're sort of built into. And yet, what immediately do you have? Well, everything costs money. There's a few things you get for free, of course, but they're basically just lost leaders. They get you to spend more and more. Like, oh, you don't like your tools? You can't mine certain things? That's okay. Come over to us and purchase a brand new, you know, mining thing, which will actually improve your mining skills, but it's going to cost you a heck of a lot of money, you know. Oh, God. This is actually a mini form of capitalism in and of itself. It's taking that... Ooh, playground. Nothing really to play on, although I even tried. Like, I guess if the climbing wall won't work, what's the point? Why? Why else would I do anything? Hang on. Very full. Oh crap! Right. Blocked. Okay. Stone Hall now. Where's my map? Oh, community center, right. Foodstone. Yeah, look. All of this stuff I gotta pay for in order to... That's a nice looking table, but like, come on. Calendar? $2,000? Got to be freaking nuts. Wow. Just... Oh, you know, we don't like that form of capitalism. We're now going to thrust you into a different form of capitalism. Where you still got to grind away and do all that, but now... Still living in a cushy city with, you know, all sorts of great medicine, much better access to services and all that. How is that? Ooh, job board. This, I guess, needs something. Okay, whatever. Don't care. Just, oh god, what's supposed to be a critique of capitalism is really just a full-on capitalist system itself. My god. This game can be just so utterly tone deaf. Well, this is probably closer to the water, so it makes a bit more sense to throw a training rod in there. I don't know if there's anything I can actually craft from any of this stuff. Nice. Don't want to exit. Oh yeah, I gotta collect them all too, by the way. For a critique of capitalism, it basically encourages you to do a capitalism. Like, alright, it's right good. I also give up all my muscles. Gonna save some of them just in case. Yeah, so yeah, let's go in here, get rid of it. I'm gonna keep my torches. Put my bamboo pole for now. I want to sort of see what sort of thing I've got going on up here. Am I? Carpenter shop. That's closed right now. Cover some mines. some weird building back here. Railroad. Nice. Okay, cool. Large in people's tents too. Are you just wandering around down there? Yeah, whatever. No. How do I get in here? Ah, great. Alright, guess I can't do much mining. Oh yeah, still on land. That. Yeah, I guess we should probably go back to the westward expansion of Canada. You know, back in the... Yeah, this would be about 1850s or so. Canada was looking to expand out west for a couple of reasons. One is simply because similar patterns were happening in the US of A, where the Americans were like, hey, let's expand out west. And the Canadian government was kind of worried that, the US government would sort of expand into what they considered their territory. It would just be like a straight-up land grab. And areas which Canada could have claimed would instead be claimed for the United States, which very colonial, Be that concerned about, land and territory and all that. No, that's not the direction I was hoping for. So I'm gonna, pay attention to it a lot. Anyway, one reason for heading west was basically colonial, being forced to do it by, a race to colonialism. But the other reason also was that our first Prime Minister, John A. Macdonald, was a pretty big crook. I mean, he was really interested in lining his own pockets and just making a ton of money off everything he could. And it turns out he actually had quite a bit of stake in places that were in real estate and such, which he stood to get a lot of profits off of any sort of westward expansion, or at least was hoping to as well. That was another major reason to sort of go out and grab as much land to the west that he could. That's not working out. Alright, whatever. About midnight. I should heed what the clock says and give myself a bit of a nap. Alright. I'm proving to be a good little capitalist, aren't I? Okay. Let's go and water a few things now. But yes, our first Prime Minister, a greedy sumbitch, and also ridiculously racist. I mean, He was part of, I think it was called the Orange Society or something like that. But their explicit goal was to rid the country of the First Nations people and all the Catholics. I guess anti-Catholicism has been a thing for a while, so yeah. I mean, there's a whole debate over JFK and whether Americans would actually accept a Catholic for a president, which actually worked out quite well for them overall, more or less. Wait, my inventory's full. Crap, okay. Sap. Got some acorns. Get us some of that wood. Alright. But yeah, it was a combination of greed and bigotry that more or less led John A. to have this strong desire to head out west and control that for himself, more or less. I mean, Canada too, yes, but yeah, he was really hoping to line his pockets. And so he negotiated with the Hudson's Bay Company, which had been given the charter over all that lands by the British government. Yes. Again, one of the oldest corporations in existence, but one that basically existed to sort of profit off of the land. Since there was nobody there, according to the Brits, they basically just gave this corporation a shit ton of land and said, do what you will with it. And they set up various trading forts and such, and basically just tried to exploit the locals as much as they could. Although, being with transportation stuff being such a big deal, it didn't really amount to. Oh, okay, it did have some effects, but it wasn't the utter decimation that we think of when it comes to moving to the west. Oh, what the heck am I going to do with this bamboo pole? Evidently, I know nothing about fishing. Hang on a sec, Still 9:50 AM. Let's check what exactly is happening up here. What you're doing. Alright, so John A. purchased a parcel of unused land from the Hudson's Bay Company, basically expanding Canada out substantially to the west. So places like Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta were all basically part of that purchase. Oh shoot, I'm full and I want that acorn. This was a bit concerning to the Métis, who, you know, kind of lived there at the time, and it was kind of like their home. To sort of suddenly be like, oh, wait, so like somebody else is our new masters and sort of taking over everything? That don't quite seem right. And so kind of blatantly said, all right, fine. This is a bit. We just kind of marched in here and took ownership of the place when we probably should not have. So let's actually negotiate something proper. And they set out to do, you know, like, okay, let's figure out exactly what you want, what we want, what we can sort of negotiate on there. And they set out sort of they started building treaties with the First Nations people to basically give them legal permission to go out and do their own thing. Which, I mean, more on later, definitely. So basically by about the 1860s or so, roughly. Again, I'm going by memory, and I'm not a history major, so be very careful with what I'm saying here in terms of interpreting. Ooh, a pine cone. Hang on, what can I do for this crafting here? Acorn, maple seed. much everything except the maple seed. I'm gonna get maple. A lot of stuff. I'm gonna have to... Oh my... Barely done any exploring over here. This would be worth it. Blocking me. Actually, okay. And so yeah, the Canada government is kind of like, oh, oopsies, there are people there. Let's negotiate some sort of treaty with the people that are already there and make sure, you know, we've got a fair deal for the land we got. And they did so, in fact. Things were actually going relatively well. The Métis had their own spot within Manitoba, which is modern-day Manitoba. Government, I think, promised them 1 million acres overall. You know, and everything looked like it was going to be going fine. Unbeknownst to the Métis, though, John A. was very much like, no, this is Canada's land. By gum, we have the rights to it, not those, you know, dirty First Nations people. We're just going to march in and take over the place. So he sent in an expeditionary force to basically go in and do the dirty work of basically ethnic cleansing. I mean, let's just be straight up. You know, cleaning out any Catholics, yes, as well as First Nations people in that area. Just, that was quite literally their mission from the get-go, is drive everybody else out. So, after just quietly sending in this force, they arrived probably a couple of weeks later. Not entirely sure what happened there. We're not the most competent people, alas. And they went in and they started a full-on ethnic cleansing. Ah, great. Now, do I have anything to eat? Yes, I do. Don't want to eat my actual thing. Nice, okay. And he didn't just send anybody in this expeditionary force either. He sent people from this society that he was part of. I think it was called the Orange... I think I mentioned it as the Orange Society before. Again, I might be getting the name wrong. And there was a lot of recruits in there, and they were given the job to pacify the region. And boy, how did they. They engaged in basically just a wholesale campaign of intimidation, rape, straight up, and slaughter. You know, with the permission of old John A. Things were so bad, actually, that... Oh, wow, what's this? My return on the dawn of your third year. Grandpa rising from the dead? I'm good. Oh, hey, and it looks like actually we are at a good time to have a quick break. So, might as well do that. I'll just mosey away for about 10 minutes or so. And, you know, this is a good idea. You've been sitting for an hour, get up, stretch your legs and all that. And you watching at home can do the same too. And hopefully by the time we get back, I can actually start my proper story. So yes, let us take us a quick little break, about 10 minutes or so. I shall be right back. we are back. Might as well just jump straight back into it. Alright, where we last left off, I was defiling Grandpa's grave. So let's not do that, actually. There's a fair bit of wood and materials over here, though, so... Oh, but I'm on the verge of collapsing. So let's not. Instead, ditch some of that. Wood, though. Yeah, that's better. These ones I'm going to keep for food. All can go across, though. Don't care about that. Okay. Bit of that to sell. Out. Probably move back over there. Okay. Looking pretty good. Just give me some of that sweet capitalist bucks. Oh, nothing too major though. I'm gonna live here. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, a little too early to sleep. There is one interesting thing though. If I use Scythe, that does not actually drain anything, so I can actually just scythe up the place without driving myself too nutty. I was going to actually collect a few more things. But indeed, I must be a good capitalist, not a bad one like I was before. Or actual stamina. That. Right. 8 PM, so I do have to watch my timer a bit. But... Fuck. Pull this off. Oh. Is there eggs up there? What the heck? In this tired state, it's going to be quite a bit of work to get back to my place. Might as well start heading back now. So I do have some mixed seeds, so... Yeah, but it takes effort to even plant those. So little grind of shame back home. But, oh yes. Should carry on with that for starters. I was talking about the colonialisms. Rocks. Some of that with me. So yes, John A. MacDonald struck up a deal with the Métis, and then sent in an expeditionary force, as they called it, to do a little bit of genociding. It was bad. I mean, mass murder and sexual assault and all, it is always bad. But in terms of what they were pulling off, yeah, it was bad enough that let's go sleep. It was bad enough that the international press weighed in on it and said, "Wow, this is this is just super bad." Which, I mean, if you think about it, this is the time of the Wild West. It was a fairly lawless time. For the lawlessness to rise to that level, it's really quite stunning, Oh, hang on, that's what luck I got. Do the usual. What? Partially cloudy, lots of pollen. Okay. Alright, good to know. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, our team members have removed the landslide caused by drilling operation near the mountain lake. I'd like to remind you that the drilling operation is legal, responsible stewardship. Apologize for any inconvenience. As always, we value your continued support. The mountain lake? Huh. Okay. Oh, this maybe allows me to actually do a little bit of mining. Nice. I won the mean. Ooh. Yeah. Probably harvest this stuff? Parsnip. Perfect. I can't harvest you yet. I need to water you. Perfect. Alright. What have I got for planting? A bunch of mixed seeds. Might as well roll the die. Okay, well I should save some for myself. Probably in this forward area. Still only about halfway though, which is annoying. Alright, let's grab myself a quick snack of parsnips. These. Alright, I'm gonna throw 2 in there. Save 1 for myself. Alright, let's hit the road. See what this mining thing is like. Actually, I'll worry about replaying my water thing later on. Okay, Expeditionary Forest is switched to Manitoba. They did themselves a full-on ethnic cleansing. Full-on, straight-up terrorism, intimidation, murder, you name it. That's an option? I kind of want to destroy his tent. Wait, what's this over here? Wait, there's a telescope. Oh, come on. Seriously. Gold, yeah, I know. What the heck? You got my Minecraft mixed up with your thing. Ooh. Alright. Keep it now. Oh, okay. Oh wait, can I actually talk to... God, no, why would I want to meet everybody in the town? That does sound exhausting. Eh, whatever. Where were we? Right, we're exploring this area, I guess? Okay, there's a path through here, so... Happened before. Marlin. I was just peering down into this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades. There's probably good ore down there. A dark place and disturbed for so long. I'm afraid ore isn't the only thing you'll find. Here, take this. You might need it. Ooh! I got me a sword! James Barlin, I'm of the Adventurer Guild. Why don't you improve yourself, and I might think about marking you a member. Cool. I have got bad luck for today, though, so now is actually a bad day to mine. I take it as the Adventurer Guild, though. Good enough for me. Right, I guess. Be filed. But okay. No. Back and advancement. Look at this sort of capitalist bullshit I'm supposed to deal with here. Mining I can do on my own, so. Yeah, I'm a good capitalist. I did all the monies. So I'm just gonna check in here anyway. Okay, what else? Backpack would be super handy, quite frankly. Feed for the let's try and feed the proletariat here. Or, sorry, let's put more money in the pockets of the bourgeoisie here. Or, preferably, do ourselves a colonialism. But anyway. Ethnic cleansing down in Manitoba. Eventually I think it displaced something like 100,000 Métis who'd been living there. Which, I guess, from the point of John A, made it sort of a rip-roaring success. Especially since there are that few Métis who could actually come and claim the land. You know, again, there had been promised, I think, 1 million acres or so by the treaties. The thing is, though, when they actually tried to take the government up on that offer, there was a lot of roadblocks thrown in their way. Like, the person who was in charge of distributing all this land was really quite openly racist, deliberately held back you know, a lot of things which he promised he'd do. And some land clans actually took a good 5-6 years just to settle. Meanwhile, of course, John A. MacDonald had a corporation he set up to take care of all this land, including with a board member, I think, his own son, of which was a board member of that. And they were going around buying up all of this, you know, land which is supposed to go to the Métis for themselves, and locking it up within government coffers. Or, so not government coffers, private coffers, which John A. and Co. could then profit from. What is this? Oh. Be back for you later. You can... Back. Back. Geode. Oh, nice. That is luck based, so I believe I gotta be lucky. I go and break them geodes. I think. Right, energy not looking good. Back to the side. So many of the land which was rightfully supposed to go to Métis, a fair chunk of it anyway, never got anywhere near their hands because, you know, the system had been rigged more or less to prevent them from getting access to it. In the meantime, on the land which they had basically now gotten from, which Canada had now basically gotten from the Métis by, you know, their paper document, they were now rapidly trying to expand out and get people on that land as cheaply as possible. And so they advertised, you know, all around in the US and Europe, that basically, hey, this is dirt cheap land for you. Come and get it. And, you know, it was just ridiculously undersold. Like, they did everything they could to make it as cheap as possible to encourage people to come in. Because once people were on this land, they could now say, hey, wait, you know, white people are on this land. This is now owned by, you know, private landholders and not the Métis. Ergo, you don't have a claim to it. It was very much a deliberate sort of land grab to try and push, to try and ensure that the Métis did not have good access to these lands. And, I mean, they used pretty much the exact same tactics when it came to... Oh, it's not in, that's right. You sit there. I'm gonna take half of you. Half of you too. Bell. Need maple somehow. You guys are good. I'm not going to sell that geode. Good. I think most everything would be closed at this time, though. Shovels are pretty terrible, so let's see what I can do for scything. I'm going to head out. Let's put this in here. Good with the bamboo pole. Obviously, fishing is not my style. Something like that. Geode, kind of important to save. For precious energy. Yeah, there's some really interesting things I can grab through there. If only I can find my way across. I guess maybe a little bit of exploring would be order. Yeah, no, I gotta come to it from below. Where is my map? Okay, there's got to be some way through at the bottom then. I have a decent amount of energy, so I can afford to do a little bit of running. Yeah, but that's all blocked off. I gotta get some sort of tool upgrades to get there. Okay. No, I can't. Alright. Obviously, I gotta be a good little capitalist and save up my funds. I do here. It's 8 p.m. now, so I can't really go to the town and explore. Here. Old Grandpappy over there. Desecrate his grave yet. Oh. I guess I could side some of the stuff. Oh, that's nighttime. Can I risk a dodge to the town? Who knows what night owls might be up. Maybe I can do a little bit of scythe clearing right around the town. Righto. Sam, good to meet you. Okay, whatever. Trash can. Those contain some. Alright. I hop in the sewer? Oh. Like that. Arnie's Ranch. Okie doke. Oh wait, I can do a little bit of scything. Yeah, but I am far, far from home, so let's head back. Alright, so, in addition to the whole... I do, actually. As long as I get back by... Oh, hey! Oh, wow, there's people out late at night. That's pretty cool. Time to rush. But yes, they also sold the money super, super cheap, well below market value, all through the prairies, to allow, you know, pretty much anybody who wanted land, any white people who wanted land, to get all the land that they wanted. Ooh, I'm in the capitalist ranks. Nice, okay. Alright, now it might be the time to get that geode done. Obviously, tend to the crops comes first. Nice. Half back. Throw maybe 3 in the bin. Oh, and look at that energy meter too. Whew, nice. Yeah, that was working out really well for me. Might as well grab sword. Well, fishing kind of seems like a bug scam. Where is that blacksmith now? Huh? Some weird thing to the upper left. Alright, let's do a little bit of work then before I head over to the blacksmith. And maybe do a little bit of mining. Oh yeah, cheap subsidies to get people on there. This is actually pretty common tactics to what you find over in the West Bank in Jerusalem, where oh, acorn I can grab. Where the Israeli government is, I mean, they're literally paying people to head out there and settle, including giving them a gun, and that is very intentional. It's to displace any Palestinians who would have had actual, like land claims to that area. This is a very deliberate attempt to push them out, gain control of the thing. Well, Canada did that, 100-odd years ago. Long before there's United Nations to point out, hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing that sort of thing. And unfortunately, by encouraging people to come in here, that had all sorts of unforeseen consequences. I mean, these people had very different attitudes towards the land. They had paid so little to come here and, have access to this thing that they didn't care for it the same way as the First Nations folks did. They were much more exploitive when it came to that, and especially when it came to the native fauna. A lot of the they were definitely responsible for penning and hemming down a lot of, the deer, the buffalo and all that. Simply because, I mean, to them it didn't really matter. The First Nations people had a number of religious things in place, which had the pleasant side effect of restricting just how much they could farm necessarily. Or how much they could take from the land. Settlers here who had been fed with ideas of manifest destiny, and this is, a place, this is your place that you can take over. We're nowhere near, as kind. And so the net result was a lot of animals were a lot of animals were slaughtered. Franklin? I mean, on top of that... gold, thank you. Come back for the gold. But on top of that, I mean, all these Europeans mostly who came over to settle these untamed lands. That's actually bound to a key. They set up fences and all that, which the problem is the native fauna over here was used to being able to freely roam over the prairies. And so with fences in places, they couldn't do the roaming. You know, they're very restricted in what they could do and go, and really had a nasty effect on their populations. They were basically built to wander around, and that meant that they now no longer could. You know, they couldn't get to their native, breeding grounds. They couldn't forage as well as they used to. And so it really sort of cut down on their population, which had some nasty side effects as well. Yeah, like... Oh. Nice. Hi there. Eyesore. Town Community Center, or what's left of it. Used to be the pride and joy of the town, always bustling with activity. Now just look at it, it's shameful. These days the young folk rather sit in front of their TV than engage with the community. Really? But listen to me, I sound like an old fool. Running into settlements, they can turn it into a warehouse. Ooh, a big bad corp. Shock surprise. Nothing stopping from us, I guess. Old timers are attacked trails in the past. Oh well. Random buys a Jojico membership, we're just gonna go ahead and sell it. Here, let's go inside. Alright. What's this? Vincent and Jazz must have been playing in here. Even more dilapidated than I remember. What the heck is that? What? Matter, you ill? Oh look, apparently there's some sprites which only I can see. I saw something? I wouldn't be surprised if this place was full of rats. Oh, shock surprise. Some little personification of love, I guess. Brewing mage, Jay. I think we're gonna head home. I need some lunch. Yeah, I'll keep this place from unlocked. Maybe we can help catch that rat if you have some extra time. Range. Come back and explore this building further. Sets me up really well, because I should be pretty close to the blacksmiths. Oh, wow. Oh, gotta head south, okay. By the blacksmith's? Oh no, it's further south. There we go. I got some copper ore. Nice. What do I do with this copper ore? I mean, it's worth 75 bucks. But I probably need to refine it. Upgrade first. Molten metal, bubbling and churning. I am Clint. Okay, good. I didn't want that. I wanted to upgrade. 5 copper bar. Down here. Hopefully it's a library. Archaeology. You're welcome to Stardew Valley Archaeological Office. Okay. This is embarrassing, but the previous security made out for the entire collection. We don't have any artifacts for display. Hoping you're able to do that soon. Hey, if you find any artifacts or minerals out there, will you let me know? Here's. Want me to investigate the community center? Hang on a sec. Here's the book. I know that there's a book missing. There's Meacham Harvey, the local doctor. Alright. Probably shouldn't say that. Well, I guess the game did prompt me, since, what was it? Lewis called himself an old fogey. Go in there? Come on. Alright, let's go to this mine. I'm gonna call you Evelyn, actually. Caroline, Mr. New Farmer. I'm Caroline. Oh, nice to meet you. Exactly how am I? Cody, good. Alright. Mines. Well, there's 2 ways to get to the mines. Okay, so if I go right and up, left and up, it should work too. Oh, nice. Alright, let's go to these mines. What's there? Oh, there we go. Fresh mountain air is nice on a day like this. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Ooh, wild horseradish. Oh, nice. What kind of guy? I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should. What the heck? Yeah. Leo playing something. Oh, nice. Alright, that's a nice little area. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, can't interact with her. See what I can do for mining. I got stones. Yeah, in hindsight, this is kind of a bad idea. I mean, I guess I should ditch this. Alright, now I've got a little bit of room in case I find something. Clear the mine. Speaking. Hold on, stuff. Jared's going down rapidly. Now let's finish off these 3 rocks. Boom. Oh, actually, let's do these 2 as well. Okay, I can clean that out. Alright, hang on. Nice. Okay. Oh, okay. Tons of rock. Okay. That's enough of that. Guess it's time to head back. You know, with a wild parsnip, though. Not really in a rush to get back. Hours. Might as well take the opportunity to talk a little bit more. So yes, the Canadian government sort of set up dirt cheap land, well below what normal going price was, just to deliberately encourage settlers to go in there and displace more of the Métis that were there. As mentioned before, they had a predatory company set up to actually capture as much land as possible. What is this? Got a leak? Alright, I'm gonna guess I'm gonna have to go to town and buy some seeds at some point. Oh, I've got a little bit of mixed seeds right there. I can worry about that later. Got tons of stone. Stash some of that. What can I do for crafting too? Daffodil and dandelion. Oh, interesting. Maybe I should actually keep you then for some crafting. You guys come with me though. Should I get rid of my coal though and sell it? I bet you I could actually use that for some smelting. Alright, so let's sell stone. Yeah, that needs to be smelted at some point, so I guess I'm gonna have to worry about that a little later. That. Basically just a slug at this point. The sleep thing. Stacks? I'm not sure. I guess. Alright, let's sleep. Oh, nice. New crafting recipe. Basic fertilizer. Berry bomb. Alright. Oh, boo. Hold Oh, hey. Hi there, good morning. Notice you've been breaking some rocks and finding more. That's good. Yes, thank you. But to get most of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Oh, nice. Thank you. Learned how to craft a furnace. Perfect. Furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. You've smelt a few copper bars. Consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make the work a lot easier. Okay, heading home. Take it easy. Perfect. Do this. Where is my crafting? Okay, I need a lot of copper ore. Alright, I guess that means a lot of heading... Oh, hang on. Before I get too far from here, I should see what my luck is. Going to rain all day tomorrow. Alright, well that's a perfect time to do a little bit of mining. A little extra luck, okay. Of sauce. Do up under campfire. Nice. Basic fertilizer. Nice. Okay, I would love that. Alright, so let's tend to some crops. Get me a little fertilizer. Guys are all watered. Go down some mixed seeds. Made. Sorry. I'm so silly. Some water. Okay. Don't need to worry about tilling areas that I'm not using yet. We need a lot more ores and such for mining. Nothing special. Okay. I can craft from anywhere, so... Tons of fertilizer. Nice. Stash this back over here. Okay, so I'm gonna need to get a fair bit more seeds. I'll do a little bit of clearing too while I'm around. So where were we in the colonialism scatter here? Let's see. Canada had set up dirt cheap land to try and drive out whatever. To help block in the Métis more or less. And had basically sent in people to terrorize the Métis themselves. The campaign sort of ended after a couple of years. And to help keep the peace, I say that with, you know, massive air quotes, they decided to set up a police force. Well, guess who made up a significant portion of that police force? That's right, the people who had done the terrorism and genocide against the First Nations folks, the Métis at the time. As you can imagine, this did not sit quite well. I mean, these people rose to become like the chief of police in Winnipeg, you know, over in Manitoba. They became the mayor of the town as well. And I mean, the First Nations people would even come with evidence that, hey, this person actually raped so-and-so. Here are witnesses coming in to say that, yes, this actually happened. And the response from the government was basically, we don't care. You know, whatever. We're not going to pursue this. This person is a good, upstanding citizen. You know, we're not going to dare suggest the mayor or whatever was complicit and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And so right from the start, there was absolutely no justice. And the goal of the RSMP was not so much to was to create order, I guess. But it's order in the sense that it was sent to pacify and control the First Nations people that were there. That was their initial thing from the start. Sorry, I keep saying RCMP, when in fact they started off as the Northwest Mounted Police. And it was only, I think, in the about 60, 70 odd years afterwards when people were like, why exactly are we keeping this force around? That they actually changed around to become the RCMP. Oh yes, I should go and buy some seeds and such. Another geode. Good, but I'm going to wait till a day where I'm a little bit more lucky. I can take care of these two. Pine cone, how nice. Maple seed! I can craft one of those bars now. Alright. Get me to do a little bit of crafting here then. There. Alright, so I need... I'm gonna get rid of that, but I do need some acorn. Sap I'm gonna convert. Coal I will get rid of though. Let's do me some crafting. That's all I can craft. I mean, I wanted a little bit of things to store, so might as well. Dash half the acorns I've got. Maple seed I will keep all though, because I want to keep you for... Oh yes, and I should set up fertilizer. Like that. There's fertilizer in there. Good, good, good. Sell off some stuff. I got no shortage of it. Oh. Fiber, sure, whatever. Not much care. Should get off to town though if I wanna sell any of this. Not gonna sell off my field snack right now. Ooh, should have gotten rid of my pine sap though. I'll temporarily stash you up in here. I'll grab back my sword, since I'm gonna want. Stash the geode, keep the field rations. Let's go. How do I bring up the military? Alright, off to town to buy some seeds, and then off to do a little bit of mining, I bet. Yes. And I mean, that wasn't the start or even the end of the indignities that were foisted upon the First Nations people. Oh, interesting. 15 copper ores, hand them to Clint, huh? cares by me? Oh, who are you? Oh, I'm totally antisocial. Oh. The Caroline. Kind of running out of time, so let's get some potato seeds. There we go. Some wheat flour. Done. Saplings. $1,000. No, let's not. Alright, I got me some seeds. Head off to the mine. Brighten up. Oh. Okay, whatever. It was a very boring conversation. Out of order. Oh. Alright. Do us some mining. Why do I always buy this stuff and then never put it back? Or global inventory or something. A geode, shoot, I should have. A fueled snack. Nice, that helped out a fair bit. Slimy thing. Copper, nice. Yes, back to other things that we use to actually control the First Nations folk that were around here. Lively one. Ooh, you got me. Stuff up. Oh man. Lime, copper ore. Alright, well. Might as well use what little I've got to see if I can find some more copper ore. Ooh. Little thing. I got me a slime in my way. Alright. Excellent. Leave the mine thing. And take the slow walk of shame back home. I get for not looking after my stamina all that well. I'm gonna take the long route through the town just so I can pick up some more grass and such. We're just about done. Alright, we'll tell you what, once this day is finished, I shall end the stream and resume this tomorrow. Yes, that was not the... You know, we had reneging on the treaties as one reneging on agreements, and like literally doing terrorism against the First Nations folks is one way we controlled them. Another way was just shoving as many Europeans and all that into that direction as we had. But another indignity they had to suffer is what's known as the Indian Act. Now, I mean, Indian was kind of what we called the people who lived here when we thought that they actually were from India by some mistaken thing. That's long since sort of passed out of favor. You know, Aboriginal was favored for a while. Native has been favored for a while. First Nation, I think, is currently the one most favored in total. And yet, to this day, the document that has the most control over how Canada interacts with its First Nations people is called the Indian Act. And it is something. I mean, it lays out in very strong detail just how what actually constitutes somebody who's part of a specific band and therefore covered under a specific treaty. Like just recently, for instance, at the completion of the ring road around Calgary that we desperately needed, it actually passes through First Nations territory, and someone from the Siksika tribe jumped up on the platform to say, "Hey, whoa, I don't like this, whatsoever at all. This is area that my family, that I grew up in. I used to play here. I used to sit here." And my family was not consulted at all on how this land should be managed or used. We were actually sort of pushed out by the... not all this stuff. Okay. The renewable resource, technically. Seeds. Might as well get rid of my axe. Throw the geode on the pile. Back up on the copper. Right. Ah, nice. Revival burger. Oh. How much did my capitalist toils earn me? Alright. We're still just outside of spring. Alright, I mean, that was fun, and certainly it was a good excuse to talk about the bullshit that, Canada has engaged in. And certainly I've maybe gotten through like half the stuff that I've memorized, so... So, there's still a lot more to talk about I'm sorry. While I'm talking to you, I'm also clicking through a bunch of menus and options and such. There's still a lot for me to talk about tomorrow as well when it comes to this. And kind of important stuff when it comes to, dealing with reconciliation and hanging out with first... And, trying to reconcile me as a settler with the First Nations people who are there. So, we shall resume this tomorrow, probably around 10 a.m.-ish. I mean, obviously, I'm not exactly the most reliable when it comes to hitting deadlines here, context, but we shall see. That's my hope, hopefully. And with that, we shall be seeing you later.